Good morning from Laree Walls, Mermaid Room, and the Red Sea Reefer 525 XL. Sounds like I need to spend a little more time looking at this aquarium. I was just looking at it from my desk. The lights have been coming on for a little over close to 2 hours. Let's see, the clock says 9 a.m. And Mermaid is looking for something to do bright and early Monday morning. So I thought I would point out a couple things in the Red Sea Reefer. If you hadn't watched some of my older videos, I had a 125-gallon aquarium set up here, which I had gone through several different things, from a reef to swim only. I had just started making it back into a bit of a reef when it sprung a leak last November, the Friday before Thanksgiving, which is coming up. It'll be a year towards the end of November. And but the rock in here is from gathered over the years back as far as 2004. So you would find on my rock, I'll point out some things that are not always visible in just a random video, but I have sponge of every color. There's yellow goes to orange. I have purple in areas. I bought sponge. I loved the blue sponge, so I have actually been looking to find bits of blue, and sometimes I think I have found blue sponge on my rock, but when I take it into the light it looks more purple. So if they say that if you grind up the sponge and just put it into your aquarium, that if it settles on a rock you can propagate sponge. So just kind of pointing out the things that aged rock, you'll find things like that, sponge growing all over. I've had rocks literally glued to each other with sponge. So rearranging my rocks exposes sponge that may have been hidden between two rocks, behind a rock, even under a rock. When the lights are out and all the corals recede, there are so many more sponge that are visible then, that once they expand, they cover the sponge that's living right under coral polyps and that sort of thing. So my rock is covered with age, basically. Age, and does its own sort of cleaning with all of those inhabitants growing on and in the rock work. I'm still trying to identify something over here. Hi. My sailfin. Large and healthy. So right next to where he was just picking, I don't know if this is a sponge, a bit of a mushroom polyp. I don't know. We're just gonna have to keep an eye on that little spot there. So, mini maxi, here's the green. This one turned out to be super pretty with the orange center. The detail on that, every little tiny little bump, it's quite extravagant, very beautiful. I think this is my favorite view right here. There's kind of a canyon with swim-throughs back in here, and dark areas where some of the fish like to hang out when the lights are midday. It's a bit bright in here, but for the most part, I have all of my fish except the copper band butterfly, who would only eat live food, and I did my best for a few weeks, going back to the fish store, getting what I call stew, with all kinds of living critters in it, but he just was not eating, and enough to keep up his strength. And I found him, it's been last week, he just didn't make it. So anyhow, copper band butterfly, I've had some that would literally eat out of my hand, frozen food, and he was just not going to eat any kind of prepared foods that I had been offering him. Saw someone on YouTube actually making their own food, so with fresh, ingredients blended up, might be an option for someone with the copper band. I don't know. You sometimes get lucky and they just go ahead and watch the other fish eat, and he just was not interested, so it didn't happen. There we go. There are frags of all sorts in here, and some are doing super great. Some of them are just sort of hanging in there, not doing anything spectacular, but they seem to be doing like they're happy there. I just hope that continuing my cleaning, adding some more salt, or I'm sorry, sand, 30 pounds of Fiji pink. I still have a silt layer at the bottom of my sump, and I'll be working on that later in the week. It's not really bad. Really isn't too bad. So there we go. Monday morning. Where's my coffee? I left it over on my desk. Or maybe not. So enjoy your day. Thank you for stopping by.